Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Fall to Summer podcast. We got a special guest here today. How about you introduce yourself, Cassandra?
Hello, my name is Cassandra. As you can tell, he just said it. Um, I am 20 years old. I'm from Georgia, raised in Smyrna, Georgia, and I am transgender.
Okay. I like to hear that. I like diversity in people, and I like to hear about other people's like backgrounds and everything like that. How's your life been? As a trans person in Georgia, because I know Georgia is kind of like a, you know,
Hotbed for trans people.
It's
yeah,
kind of difficult now that people are like killing trans people, killing gay people, LGBT. It's like I hear a lot of people dying, and my sister wants me to move into this apartment where a transgender died, and
mm,
that's kind of difficult to live like that.
yeah,
But
This is actually
that's
the first
I
time I'm
know I
hearing
can
about
do it
this.
if I stay safe.
yeah, that's
Like
scary.
I have people that have my back. It is scary. It's
Yeah,
scary.
do you think that you actually have like enough people like that are willing to like protect you and like die for you or some shit like that?
Yeah, my sisters, they would dodge. I mean, they would take a bullet for me. Honestly, they love me and they treat me like a sister, even though they're like my best friends. I still claim them as a sister, and I feel like getting closer to them has made me come out more and like honest to other people, tell them that I'm trans before I even talk to them.
Yeah,
I was about to say, which is amazing because you're passing in the trans community. Lord knows I have a lot of trans friends, and they talk about the environment of Georgia is so hostile. Even for like other trans people. Like I don't know. There's just no
People
friendship.
can't tell that I'm trans is the thing, and I'm like, some people could actually tell by like my voice, and I'm just like, how? I can make my voice go really deep, so I'm not doing it because like it makes
I
a
had
lot of
that power.
niggas crazy. Like it makes them uncomfortable, so I'm not doing
yeah,
it.
nah, I
You've
get
uh,
you.
you've talked about your sister a lot. How's your relationship with your parents? How did they take you being transgender?
Well, I came out to them when I was 11, and I came out to my mom when I was 11, and then I
How
came
did you
out to
know
my
by the age
dad
of 11 that you were transgender and not like gay or something?
because I was fucking with little boys when I was a little boy. When I was about 5, like I was just experimenting with them. It was weird, but I kind of liked it in a way. And
But like I
as I
said,
got,
how'd you know you were trans though? Because any gay person probably did the same thing at that age.
yeah, and as I got older, I became more interested in guys and less than females. So it was just like, damn, is this what I really want to do in life? Is this how it's gonna work? And my mom, she at first she was like upset because she knew that I was gonna go through hell. She knew that I was gonna be bullied, which I was. I was called faggot. I was called a gayfer, and I was just like, come on now, that's childish. But I feel like that in the past, if I was there now, like me saying that now, I wouldn't give a fuck. But the old me
If
would.
if you could tell yourself, like the old you, something now, going through this whole journey and being done with half the process, what would you tell yourself? Like things get better.
You're not gonna dodge every bullet.
Mm,
Real shit though.
That's what I would tell my old self. You'll always end up getting scrapes, burns,
mm-hmm.
bruises, all that shit. And you will make it to the top eventually.
Yeah, I can relate to that heavy, honestly. Cause like growing up, I've been through hell, man. I went through hell when I was growing up, man. And I really wish I told myself something like that. Like I wish I could go back and be like, yo, relax, yo. Like your life might be shitty right now, but trust me, as soon as you get out of high school, you're gonna be living your best life. You know what I mean? And you gotta actually be making like moves.
If I could
That
tell
glow
myself
up is
anything,
something else.
it'd be the exact opposite of what Tyler just said. I'd be like, bruh, cherish this time in high school. That is the funny.
Yup.
Nah.
No, it
I'd be
was
like, bro,
fun. Don't get me wrong, it was fun. It's just like for a while when I was in high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do after high school. So I was scared. I was afraid, like deathly afraid. I did not want to
had a better
graduate.
plan.
After high school.
Wait, you said
I
what?
had a better plan after high school than I did before. Like during high school, I had a better plan for after high school than once I actually graduated. Once I actually graduated and life was actually like plopped down in front of me, I was like, but what do I do with it though? Like, I know what I want to do, but how do I make those steps to do so? And the unfortunate thing is also trying to balance your social life with said
Career choices.
responsibilities, because like you're supposed to be living it up. You're 20.
Yeah.
This is like the time you have the most energy. You're supposed to be out there partying and shit, according to all the media we fucking consume. But
I never partied in my life.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I did
Never
in high
partied.
school. And see that's the thing. It's really weird because when I was in high school, I was that guy who like went to party. I mean, Parker, you knew me in high
Oh, I know.
school. Yeah, I was fucking crazy. You know, like I was doing crazy shit. And then as soon as I turned 18, I sobered up. I got a job. You know what I'm saying? Like I really made moves to like try to like better my life because I knew if I was gonna live the way I was living when I was in high school, I wouldn't even like have the drive or passion to do anything. I would just want to be getting high all day and shit. And there's nothing against like you know y'all be smoking sometimes and shit. Like I don't have nothing against y'all. It's just me personally. You know what I mean? Like I just realized that like it was fucking my like opportunities up.
I advocate the use of drugs, illegal or not. Only because I feel like people should have the choice in their lives to choose what they want to do. You know, like some people do just want to be like, hey, I'm trying to slip away into those drugs. Let them do that. You know what I mean? Especially if they're the older age. And that's one thing I will say about my mom. You know, like I had like already given up hope of her like doing anything with her like self after a certain age. So I'm like, okay, well, you're over the hill. Do what you want. You feel me? You want to go
Yeah.
smoke? Go smoke. You feel me? You've passed the point of okay, I got responsibilities. No, it's okay. Life is running the way it's always ran. I'm just
Yeah.
type
I
stuff,
was
you know?
gonna say and about high school. I never really graduated because I got in a fight with a male. I was sitting down. He came up and hit
You
me in
win.
my face. So I dragged that ass. He had full
Damn.
hair, and I dragged that ass. And it's like it was self defense, and I still got kicked out because I fought somebody else before, and it was another guy. Like he was like, he pulled my hair for no fucking reason because wouldn't give him gum. Like, how petty are you? And I tried to graduate, but like I was like, I'm not gonna go through this again. So I ended up doing GED classes, and now the building is torn down, so I gotta do online, and which is I can't focus when it comes to online. I
Yeah.
can't. Like
Nah. Yeah, I get you.
I will easily get distracted because there's so many stuff in my room that I can get distracted with.
Well, that and you're online, so it's like there's so many distractions online already as it is.
Yes.
Like no, but I actually got a good question for you. Since you were talking about, you know, how like you transgender and in high school, did your school enforce people to like respect that you were like a female, you know? Or like
And
did
what
they
bathroom did you use?
Yeah.
Nobody respected me except for the females because they think it's cool. They think that I'm like popular. I kind of was popular, but not to the guys. They were just like, "Oh, you're a faggot. Fuck you. You're ugly as fuck." And I'm just like, "Okay, I'll be ugly. I'll be the ugly bitch that will beat your ass. I don't give a fuck."
How did your school handle the bathroom situation for you? Were you allowed to use the restroom of the gender that you identified as, or was it just?
I would have to go to the teacher's restroom, which was like on the other side of the building. So like if I was on the other side, I would have to walk all the way to the teacher's bathrooms and use the bathroom there. But I didn't give a fuck, so I just like used the female's bathroom. I just did me. I didn't give a fuck.
That's
Yeah.
one
They
thing
were
as a parent I'm always worried about, and nothing against transgenders or anything, but the weird situation with bathrooms in general, I feel like we need to all sit down and have like a conversation or a vote on it in the country, you know?
I have like
No
a third
offense.
bathroom or something.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, there's always a family bathroom, or there should be in
Yeah,
schools,
family
but usually
bathroom
not.
networks.
Well, that's the
But
thing.
you,
Like, when North Carolina had, you know, the bathroom bill and stuff like that, they, you know,
Yeah,
obviously overturned that, after Roy Cooper got elected as governor. Hey, and yeah, so I mean, I feel like right now most states do allow for people to choose whatever bathroom they want to be in, as of this moment.
And I don't know if I really agree with that stance on things as a
Whoa,
parent.
nah, but like, why was the bathroom bill like such a big deal like across the
Well,
country?
because if they're gonna say we have to and they're gonna force us to follow their rules even though we feel differently, no, I don't feel like that's cool. Number one, they force us to do so many things as a country and we just have to go along with it as, being part of this kingdom, I guess.
Yeah,
But honestly, like I said, as a father with 3 little girls, I'd hate to be like, yo, go in that bathroom and use the bathroom. I don't know who's in there. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what their pronouns may be in this generation and age. But at the end of the day, I have to respect that for sure. I
yeah,
get that. I need to respect your wishes to be a woman. No one said I don't. But I still need my children to be safe when I can't walk into a bathroom with them because I've had experiences with transgenders personally where I've came out of a situation molested or raped, and personally, those are my fault. I won't say they weren't.
I can relate because I've been raped 8 times by one guy, and sorry,
But
people keep
see,
calling me. And the other guy was one time, and stop calling me. I am. I consider myself a strong person. Now that I look back at my old self, I was weak, vulnerable, and it was kind of fucked up in a way because I did lead him on, but at the same time, he was older than me. He was 30 and I was 16.
whoa,
So that's a big ass gap.
yeah,
plus, what's up with all
And
these
it,
new ageist laws? I think it's called like age misplacement or something now. They're trying to cover up pedophilia again, which is
really,
crazy. This is really why I can't ride with my community. As a bi man, I can't really claim that with pride when there's so much BS, I'm not
yeah.
gonna claim a pedophile as part of my community because that's not something I want to be part of.
Nah, I get you, 100%, 100%.
I
Personally,
don't
I
know.
feel
Can we
like
link to this video? Yeah.
from what I seen on Twitter, personally, because you know what maps are, right?
I know MAPS, the association trying to further the research of psychedelics in
No,
children.
no, like maps is like they're trying to be a part of like the LGBTQ plus community. They're minor attracted people, so that's what they're
that's
trying
what
to
they
do. That's how they're trying to get into like the pride community and everything like that. And
Well, like I just said, I just saw a video like 3 days ago about this like 47-year-old man, right? I think it's in England, but he's talking about yeah, this family accepted me, they adopted me, and like I'm hanging out with their kids. I just changed age last week. I'm 6
yeah,
now. I'm the younger sister and stuff like that. I'm like,
yeah,
what family would knowingly do that? But at the same time, I'm sure there's things therapeutically that help him from that situation. Who knows what he's gone through in his childhood or whatever.
yeah,
But I'm sure there's always some benefit to that, but at the end of the day, I still feel like that's inviting a lot of problems into your homes. I can't remember what the name of the documentary was on Netflix about home dude that brainwashed that family with the little kid and ended up abducting her.
yeah. Oh, I know
And
what
he
you're
was doing all
talking
that crazy
about.
stuff.
I forgot
That's
what
what
the
I
hell
feel
that's
like that
called.
invites into your family, though. You feel me?
Yeah, of course. I got you.
But I also feel like weak-minded people shouldn't have kids. But
Yeah.
different time though.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's an interesting topic too, though, because I know you had kids at a young age. You know.
Well, what people don't understand about me having kids at a young age, I made that decision to grow up. It's not that like I popped up and said, "Okay, I've accidentally had a kid." I sat down with myself, and out of a lot of thinking, a lot of tripping, a lot of smoking back in the day, just meditating on what I thought was the right answer in life. I thought to myself, I'd rather have them now than to have them later, because I don't plan
Yeah.
on being here later. In all honesty, when I had my first kid, I planned on being out at 45. I planned on living a full life before that. So kids was part of a full life. I just wanted that full life. And I knew at the moment, even though things were going crazy, I was going to finish high school. That was
Yeah.
something that had to be done. And that was just going to give me more motivation. And once I finished high school, everything would kind of fall into place. I kind of fall into that weird middle class weird thing after high school where everyone kind of either gets dropped or people like follow the plan. And a lot of my friends fell into that. We kind of just sat there and was like, what's up? What's happening after high school? I'm looking like, yo, I want my life to start. I want all these dreams to happen, all these dreams to come true. I'm trying to be a writer. How do I get to be a writer? And I always thought, all of a sudden it would just come and get me all of a sudden. But it never
Mhm.
did. And kind of kids made me figure that out because they kind of put that timeline to my life, you know. In 5 years, a lot of shit can happen, but in 5 years, I blinked and now I'm sitting here 23 looking like, dang, little girl, you got to go to school soon, you know, type stuff. And, you
Wow.
know,
Yeah.
for that view and perspective on my life, I can't thank my daughter enough, you know, because it really got me on that. Okay, it's time to get going type stuff. I
Yeah.
saw this podcast earlier, like maybe a month or two ago, and I can't remember who it was, but it was some rapper, and he said, "I can't tell my daughter that I have a boss," and I said to myself, "Huh, why not?" You know, and he said, "Well, if she's telling me what to do, my daughter's gonna say, well, that's not right. You're telling me what to do, though. Who's really in charge here?" And I say, that's truth, though. No one's ever
I think
told my
that's
dad what to do. Ain't no problem. No one's ever told my dad what to do, you know? No one's ever said, yo, you gotta come into work at this time here or anything like that. They're
Yeah.
always just like, hey Murray, I'm doing this today. Or I might go do this, I might go into work, or I might not. What are you trying to go do, son? And his freedom always being like that kind of taught me that's what a true man is, you know, in my eyes at least. I know
Yeah.
being a true man is versus per man, but I don't know. To me, being my own owner is just what I wanted in life. And my kid taught me that. If
Yeah.
anything, you know, originally, I mean, you guys remember me from high school. My original plan out of high school was to hop in my van and kind of just ride off into the sunset and kind of just bum around for a while.
I had that plan for a little bit too.
Exactly. I mean, dude, as a guy coming out of high school, you're like, yo, freedom, freedom. I just want to hit the road type shit. You know, I just want to take some road trips, get to know the world, get to know America. But, you know, having kids really made me think that's not really possible. And if I am seeing America, how am I going to make money to go see America?
Yeah.
Type stuff. And, you know, right when we had graduated high school, nobody really know if, like, Uber or, like, DoorDash or anything was really going to be, like, a stable thing that was going to last, you know? We had
Yeah.
all just, like, really got streaming down as a concept, let alone DoorDash and everything. I was sitting there looking like, nah, it's not going to
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I heard
Yeah.
DoorDash, I'll go get it myself, you know, type stuff.
Yeah.
But now it's a multi-million-dollar industry, and I'm looking like I could have been DoorDashing, you know, like DoorDashing on DoorDashing, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I get you. It's just like,
me.
as of right now, obviously, you know, we all kind of got the same goals. I guess we're trying to like build this
That's what I
brand
love
up.
about Corona, though. Well, yeah, we're trying to build Fall to Summer up.
Yeah.
It's brand and everything, but Corona really gave all of us the time to sit down and think about our lives and what we wanted out of them. And I feel sorry for the people that sat there in Corona and let it destroy them. Because at the beginning of Corona, I was dying, suicidal, looking like, dude, I want to get out of this situation. I don't know how I got here. And now I'm over here in so much of a better place, like months from now. And I'm sitting here looking like I never thought I was even going to make it through 2020, let alone be in this place.
I still don't think I might make it through 2020, bro. Sometimes I'm like, damn, bro, Corona might be coming to get me, bro. Like,
But it's giving you the time and space to sit there and grow as a person mentally and prepare yourself for what's to come next year. Because in all honesty, this shit's never going to end. Corona will not go away. It's now a virus. Like, it's something that we will more than likely have every fucking year, kind of like the
Yeah.
flu. Like, just straight up. We just have to be able to learn how to move past that as a society and still work. Other countries have done this phenomenally, and there's absolutely no reason whatsoever for America at this point to be like, hey, we've tried it, we failed, there's nothing we can do, we just got to reopen. And that's exactly, like, the Washington Post this morning, I know they're not exactly the most credible fucking news source out there, but this fucking morning they said, there's nothing we could do. So schools have to reopen. Like,
dude,
kids can't be out of school
It
forever.
sucks. Like I said, my daughter's starting school next year, so I'm sitting here
Exactly.
like, I wish I would have figured this out first.
Yeah,
They were
that's
not-
got to be scary. Cause like
Not
you,
that I've heard of.
I
My
mean,
nieces are going to elementary school at some like charter school because they're not the county that we're in. Most of the public schools, they're not actually meeting still. They're still doing the online classes. But for kids who have parents who are working all the time and can't physically be like at home doing shit online, they have like charter schools are being opened and like quarantine type shit, so that they still have a brick and mortar place for them to go. But that's gonna cost parents an arm and a fucking leg extra just for them to have that education that they should have already had based off the taxes that we've been paying.
Oh yeah,
It's-
and here's my real thing about taxes. If we're paying all this tax money to fund all these like institutions, right? Whether there's a pandemic or not, if I'm paying for school, you need to figure a way to take my kids and go do something with my kids and then learn. At the end of the day, if I'm still gonna be taxed for school, even though they didn't go to school, 2020 and Corona, yo, you need to give me my fucking money back at the end of the day, or fucking put my kids up while I go work. Because just like I said, as a single parent now, I know that shit's hard as shit to find babysitting, let alone like babysitting that teaches. Babysitting enough, just having someone being like, "All right, you're alive, good shit." You know, that's good enough. Like for $300 a week, yeah, shit. And to teach them, I don't have $1,000. Okay, so I might as well pay my taxes and be like, go teach my kids something.
Yeah, I get what you mean. That's one thing that like I think that they really need to change is like the whole school system in general. Like with
See, I really
Topic to even cover though, because there's so many downfalls of it. You know, it's like almost set up to fail at this point in America.
I
Wow,
expected at the
the
very least,
nauseum
like
is so amazing.
now would be the best time. Now is the time where most people in America actually fucking are understanding that they need to be respecting teachers and how difficult of a job it is because all these parents have been just forced into this homeschool teacher situation that none of them are prepared for, and they're like understanding how difficult it is, especially like they're teaching their own fucking kids at these houses.
yeah.
Homeschooling them. Imagine teaching some random ass, like 30 of these bitches, 30 random ass kids.
Bro,
I could
I know
never
you met my
do that.
daughter. I mean, most of you guys have met my daughter, my oldest. Dude, teaching her alone, let alone imagine like 2 or 3 of her, I'd lose my stuff, dog. And it's not even like she's a bad kid. Like, she doesn't even have to act bad. It's just trying to control their emotions, trying to keep them in check, and trying to teach them is crazy. And then trying to get them to retain something and not just have fun is impossible. So now I'm sitting here looking like, yo, why does anybody want to be a teacher? That was actually my career path after school, in case you guys are wondering. I want to be a social studies teacher. And then, you know, I sat down and thought to myself, why would I want to encounter a Merlin? You know, why would I want to see one of me in that class later on in life? Because I already know I'm going to be mad as crap, and old dude's not going to care. Merlin's going to sit in that chair and be like, fuck you.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. That's my biggest fear with having a kid. I'm like, dude, I don't want a little caveman running around, bro. Like, what? You feel me? Like, that would be just crazy. I'd be like, I want to know how to handle it. Like,
Heck yeah.
Would you want
What's
a girl or a
crazy-
boy?
I mean, my bias would say boy, but at the same time, I feel like,
Everyone's bias is the gender that they
Yeah,
are, and they know it.
yeah.
For real.
yeah,
I've always
I
wanted a
don't even
male,
know
but as
that
I said, I got
person,
3
man.
girls, and I'm so proud. Say again.
I guarantee you, there's a shit ton of females out there that want a boy over a girl because they understand what it's like to be a girl themselves and how much emotion comes with that.
yeah,
Like,
Not to
it-
mention,
it-
some of it's a cop out parenting wise. Because let's be real, a woman knows she's not gonna teach that son how to catch if that father is gonna be there. She's gonna be like,
Yeah.
there you go, you got it.
yeah.
you
Nah,
gotta
it's just,
you gotta teach your son how to take care of that hair. Come on. I
yeah,
don't know.
it's just part of me. Like, I look back from when I was growing up, and me and my dad didn't really like connect as well as like a father and son should until I started to get into sports. Because when I was a kid, I was like a nerdy kid. Like, I would just only play video games, and you know, obviously he tried,
I
but
was gonna say until I started following my dad to work, dog.
Yeah.
nothing.
he
was
tried. But I just
Random
wasn't
conversation.
interested in
How
what
old are
he
you now,
was
son?
interested in.
like 5. Like, what do you
my
mean?
dad, my dad was a video game dork before he had me. So like whenever I would get a new system for like Christmas or my birthday or whatever, like I remember vividly the first day I got my Nintendo DS. I got some Mario games with it, and he saw it and was like, "Oh, let me teach you how to play these games real quick." I didn't play that DS for 3 days afterwards because that made me complete every fucking game I had before I could even touch it. Like,
That's kind of dope.
How old were you when you got your DS?
probably like 9, maybe 10. So-
Same.
Yeah.
I had
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, that's the thing is that like as soon as I started getting into sports, that's when me and my parents, well, my dad started really like connecting, and like, you know, we've been to multiple like sporting events with each other, multiple Eagles games, multiple Sixers games, you know, multiple Flyers games, you know, all that. And yeah, so it's just like we really like formed that bond. I see you smiling. As soon as I said the Flyers, bro, I knew it.
I can't say shit. The Penguins are out. Shit.
Yeah. Nah, but yeah, it's just like that's really what formed our connection, and like that makes me want to like be more open and honest with him now, Cause like when I was little, I didn't like really want to like tell them about my like feelings or whatever about school or like whatever the hell I was going through as like an 11-year-old. Like I don't fucking know what I was going through, but yeah, like it's just like that's what really helped me get connected with my father.
I will say my dad being part of the older generation, you know, and just living so much life, you know, he's lived through like the 50s and the 60s and all that good stuff. So I'm like, just living through all that crazy stuff, you know, it's hard to connect personally per se because he doesn't understand any of the crazy stuff. Like video games to him are still just a fad, and I'm like, guys,
Yeah.
they're clearly here to stay by now.
Exactly.
Like 4 or 5 generations have come. We love them. Like it's a thing. And he's just like, man, it's a waste of money. Let's go make some money.
Bro, it's become a sport at this point.
Yeah, it's literally the highest
do
grossing. Wait, hold up. Yeah, I was gonna say it's the highest grossing form of media ever now at this point. No, it is. That's the thing because you got to think with microtransactions. Like people are pouring in like millions of dollars into a game that like.
That's our fault.
I mean,
because
yeah,
like
but
said, like Parker said, his dad was super into games. Like he said, he didn't get it back for 3 days after his dad played it.
yeah.
We grew up watching games secondhand. And then we started that as an industry. I remember watching games secondhand too. I watched my cousins all the time play video games. They never let me touch them. I'd be sitting there looking like, yo, that looks so fun. You know, the moment I see I could do it on YouTube, I'm like, I might gotta go check out someone else playing that game.
Yeah.
Might actually follow along now instead of no, this character's dying. What? Who's that? Black Ops. What is this? Zombies?
Black Ops. Mason. Who's Mason?
Right?
I would like to be surprised. Game like I don't read directions when it comes to games. I want to learn on my own, and I feel like that teaches me more like gimmicks, all kinds of strategies and stuff. Have you heard of Last of Us, the second one?
Yeah.
I played the first one, and the first one was good, but I heard the second one is horrible.
The Last of Us? What is that?
The main character's dying.
You never heard of The Last of Us?
Are we talking about Halo right now?
Hey.
So yeah, what about Master Chief?
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. That's
What are we
insane.
talking about? GTA. Oh yeah, what about it?
Let's think of that Breath of the Wild, Butch.
What do I think about what?
Breath of the Wild, Merlin.
Breath of the Wild, holy God. Like listen. So back in the day, I was very into the original Zelda for sure. And I thought to myself, I'll never like a true Zelda game because I'm only into like the original few games that were like 2D pixelized.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just felt like a real dungeon adventure to me, and everything else 3D model wise, with all the polygons, just felt fake. So it felt synthetic. And then I got Breath of the Wild off a whim for Christmas. I was sitting there thinking to myself, everyone else got a present but me. Let me go get me one.
Yeah.
So I get Breath of the Wild. I'm thinking to myself, I wasted all this money. Should have got Skyrim. Looking back now that I have Skyrim and Breath of the Wild is the better game for the Switch.
Dude.
Love.
Past that, I want to play the second one.
It's not out though, so you gotta wait.
It looks fucking fantastic. Look at it.
Dude, nah, like the day I got Breath of the Wild, cause I got it like the day it came out with my Switch and everything, cause like I'm one of those day oneers, you know, exclusive. Nah, but yeah, when I got it, like I was in a really like, this is gonna sound bad, but I was really isolated from people at that time, and because like, you know, since y'all are older than me, and when y'all left high school, I was kind of alone. I was like, oh shit. Like, I don't have anything to do, you know? Like, who the fuck do I have to talk to? Didn't talk to literally anybody in school. So, like, I was very isolated from people at that point. And so, like, Breath of the Wild really helped me actually, like, get back in the tune with my emotions and figured out how to, like, branch out and meet people who are, like, my age. Because, like...
I feel like if school had a video game club, you'd be easier to find.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's just, like...
really investing in that. They still want to be in these old academias that are clearly not where it's at. And they're all like, oh, it looks good on college. And I'm like, yo, future farmers of America don't have a job tomorrow.
Yeah.
They're farming for.
It's just like... The thing with y'all is, like... Because, you know, y'all are, like, 3 years older than me or whatever. It's just, like... The maturity level. It's hard to go from someone who's, like... Not way mature, but, like, definitely more mature than you. To go back to, like, people who are just, like... on the same like level, you know, like on a different like lower level of maturity than y'all were. You know what I'm saying?
I still count maturity as a vibration to me. I just feel like it's, the point your vibe's at, your vibration has grown to a certain point to interact with certain individuals that have also grown to that point in life, certain factors has just dampened it or brightened it or extended
Yeah.
it or amplified it.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, in your case specifically, I feel like it brightened your wavelength before you had met us. Like, I remember meeting you, even though I will say your telling quality is that terrible handshake, and Lord knows you still have not fixed that handshake.
You're
But
right. You're right.
Lord knows, it's the only time I've ever felt like we weren't vibing.
Yeah, nah. But I mean, that's not really a maturity thing, is it? Would you even consider that?
No, like I said, just the experiences that we both do in life.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yo, Parker, you gotta go? Alright,
Yeah,
then
man.
so I guess we're gonna have to wrap this up then. Everybody who's watching, if you liked it, like, comment, subscribe, do all that. Become part of the discussion. I don't know about any of y'all, but I'm gonna be on the YouTube account, like, taking comments, like responding to comments and everything like that, because I really like getting into a dialogue with my viewers and things like that. So
I'll always read comments and
somebody
try to
send me
respond too, but I'll respond off the Instagram account.
yeah,
So
okay.
always come see me at Instagram, see Tyler at the YouTube, and I think see Parker at the Facebook, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'll link everything down in the description and everything
any of
like
the
that.
things that we brought up will also be linked in the description, such as any articles or anything. We always do our research.
Yeah. So
Also, this first podcast coming out, you guys have any idea what date that will be? If not, sometime this week.
yeah.
Sometime this week.
And we have a couple talks coming out. If they're not out by the time you guys see this,
we should be rolling out stuff steadily, and in the next video we should announce the schedule. We should be rolling out stuff steadily, but stuff should be coming out. If you haven't watched the talks, watch the talks. This is the first podcast. There'll be more to come for sure. Stay tuned to fall to summer. We've got a lot of stuff in store, including maybe some sketchy stuff.
sketchy stuff. I like that. All right, guys.
And yeah, everyone have a nice one and be safe out there.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Be safe.